Hi everyone, welcome. Come right in and let's talk. Today is a nice cool day, although the rain had stopped, so we are all less wilted and lethargic. So let's go. I'm just going to say one or two things about King Charles's speech in Canberra before I move on to Harry and Meghan. Now, before I go into the King's climate change speech, I'm going to refer you to an article in QBE, which I may be wrong, but I think it's a magazine brought out by an insurance company. Anyway, I'm going to read to you the first paragraph or so. Hot, windy, and dry weather certainly influences and increases the risk of bushfires. But what are the most common causes of a fire actually starting? According to the Australian Institute of Criminology, the majority of bushfires are human-related and started either intentionally or unintentionally by people. Now, here are the results of their findings. The top attribution was classified suspicious at 37%, accidental at 35%, deliberate at 13%, natural, in other words, climate, like warm, dry, windy weather, etc., 6%, reignition 5%, and other 4%. Fire investigators listed some of the most common causes as smoking or discarding of a cigarette, burning of debris, arson, campfires, equipment like chainsaws, mower, angle grinders, etc., lightning, and other miscellaneous like power lines, glass refraction, electric fences, and more. Well, in his speech, King Charles warned of, and I quote, overwhelming climate dangers, saying the growing ferocity of bushfires and floods were an unmistakable sign of a sweltering planet. Well, I'm so sick of this narrative. Well, actually, of the over-dramatic speech using words like overwhelming, dangerous, uncharted territory, and that a warlike footing is needed. All words spoken by King Charles. You can go Google it. When no one is actually arguing that climate does play a role in natural disasters and then even fires, and neither does any of these studies actually ignore it. But 6% compared to 37% suspicious human action and 35% accidental human action. Well, my dears, then 6% is honestly and truly not overwhelming and does not need warlike action, just decency and common sense. I hear that a few people in Charles's orbit while he was in Australia have their knickers in a knot about his climate change narrative, as he apparently made a few covert comments about Australia's coal production. Now, Australia is the fifth largest coal producer in the world, the second largest exporter of coal, and has the third largest reserve of coal in the entire world. And that, my dears, is all according to the Energy Institute 2023 report. During the 2021 to 2022 book year, export earnings from coal earned Australia $113.8 billion. Can you imagine the loss in revenue for the country, the loss in jobs and earnings if the woke, like King Charles, get their wish to stop coal production? It would be devastating to a country like Australia. Looking at the most recent list of carbon emissions per country, China still tops the list, with the United States second, Russia fourth, Germany 8th, Canada 11th, Mexico 12th, South Africa 15th, and Australia 16th. And the UK? Well, marginally below Australia at number 17. So, the preacher really needs to address his own flock before he touches anyone else's livelihood. I mean, I'm just saying. Honestly, it appears as if none of the climate change preachers actually do real research before they speak. And it appears that when they have nothing else to turn to, they change the research figures to suit their narrative. Maybe seasons are changing. Maybe the northern hemisphere is getting warmer and the southern hemisphere colder, because we are supposed to be sweating already. But I'm sitting here with a jersey and woolly slippers. I mean, I honestly don't know, but the way I see it, conservation needs urgent attention and support. We need to save the Amazon, and we need to save the jungle in the Congo. Those are our lungs. So conservation, we need. We need oxygen, people, okay? I mean, climate. We've got very clever people, and they will invent better running air conditioning or whatever, okay? So, in my humble, not so humble opinion, conservation is urgent, but, climate change, not so much. And the rockets and bombs flying in Israel, Gaza, and Iran, etc., are far, far more deadly than this climate change scaremongering. Anyway, let's get a little Harry and Meghan narrative into this video. The paperback version of Harry's book Spare was released on the 22nd of October in the United States and on the 24th in the United Kingdom. Harry said that he's done with talking about the royal family and he wasn't going to add to the story, blah, blah, bloody blah. But a re-release of the book will draw renewed attention to the garbage inside of the book. It is inevitable. So does it really matter whether he's adding something new or not? Well, not in my opinion. Speculation about Meghan turning her supposed journal of her life, the very short one, in the royal family into a book is surfacing once again, and with way more seriousness. A source tells me that Meghan had been telling all and sundry that she has so much more to tell, but that she wanted peace with the royal family, and therefore she was scrapping the entire idea of her own book. But, according to my source, Meghan told a friend of a friend very recently that she is indeed working on the book because, and I quote, She has nothing left to lose. The friend of a friend asked Meghan what she meant by that, but Meghan just rolled her eyes and did not reply. The friend of a friend told my source that Meghan looked upset and just took off. Okay, guys, I'm keeping it short today. I will be back soon. My day is indeed full of interruptions, so I'd rather try again tomorrow to bring you proper and interesting content. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.